Welcome to tonight's show. Tonight is all about the hero's journey. Can you guys say hello and flash some things? Hello, Krycheks. Good to see you guys. We see everybody here. Welcome, everyone tonight. We're gonna start out with just a quick little welcome here. We're talking all about heroes' journeys tonight. We're gonna talk about journeys. These heroes' journeys. So Quinn, tell us who is a hero?
A hero is like somebody who's actually the person doing the journey.
Exactly. So the hero is important, right? So who are some of your favorite heroes? Parker, who are some of your favorite heroes in movies and television and shows that you've seen? Mirabelle from Encanto. Ethan, how are you, sir? Good to see you.
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Also,
Moana. Those are all good examples of heroes. So let's see in the chat, put some of your favorite heroes that you love from movies and television. Who are some of the favorite heroes that people have out there? Ethan, who is your favorite hero from movies or television or books?
I'm a big Marvel fan, so I would say Iron Man, probably.
Iron Man is a good one. Quinn, who is your favorite hero that you like?
Moana.
Moana's a good one.
And I like
Harry Potter.
Books are also perfect. We got someone said Harry Potter, Frodo Baggins on here.
Rachel and Christy from Rainbow Magic series.
There we go. That's great. So we got some good heroes here, and
And also I have another one.
Who's another hero? Sit back a little bit so they can see you.
Kate and Queenie and Maya.
Those are all good ones. All right, so we got a whole bunch of really good heroes on here. Spider-Man is another good one. Mirabelle is another good one. I think we're good. It's quiet on that one. So we're gonna play tonight. We're gonna be talking all about the hero's journey. So Ethan, I'll let you take it away here and kick off the show now that you're ready to rock.
I know. Thank you everyone for your patience. This was actually a really good exercise on learning what goes on behind the scenes. So I'm gonna start off by saying really excited to have everyone here. We're gonna be talking about different ways that your hero goes on different journeys. So in Pennymores, there's a lot of interesting journeys that the characters go on. Quinn, do you have a favorite kind of trial or challenge that your character Quinn went on in the Pennymores?
What's a good challenge that you had?
We haven't gotten all the way through, so I don't know.
Well, what's your favorite challenge at the beginning part? What's one good challenge?
I guess I never know what the kids are doing.
Being the big sister. It's a good one. Parker, what was your favorite challenge in the book that you had to do? Break in the library?
No.
Tough question, isn't it?
I know.
I don't know, but I don't want to do breaking the library.
Breaking the library, that's one good one for sure. All right. So Ethan, why don't you tell us, can I tell you a little bit about where this hero's journey idea came from?
Yeah, talk about the hero's journey for Pennymores and also all the updates that have happened. You've been working a lot of stuff since the last time we had an event.
Yeah, so a couple things that I will tell you about, about the hero's journey, why it's so important. So for us, when we sat down to start our story, I asked the girls, what kind of story do you want? And what did you say that you wanted the story to be, Quinn? An adventure story. So that's one of the first things to figure out what kind of stories you like. So we've got adventure stories. We might have stories of kind of like having to overcome something. We might have all these different stories. So it's trying to figure out what that is. And so that's based on some really interesting stuff that most stories and books have this journey that the hero goes on. So we start with that. So today, our exercise that we're going to be talking about is finding the journey for your hero. We're going to talk about 4 main journeys today in the hero's journey. It's based on something by a guy named Christopher Booker. And so today we're going to talk about overcoming the monster. We're going to talk about the voyage and return. We're going to talk about rags to riches and the quest. And those are the 4 big journeys we're going to talk about with your characters. So everyone today, make sure you have out your pen. Girls, you got your pens out. Everyone got something to write with today? Do you all have our writing? You got your writing instrument? Do you need another quill over here? We got quills. If you can find these on Amazon if you want. These are writing quills. So get your quill out because we're going to start our writing here. There you go. So we're going to start our writing today. And all of us are going to be doing tonight is we're going to be talking a little bit about starting with this idea of figuring out your hero. So who is the hero that we got here? Some of you were here last time and you identified a hero. So put your hero that you're going to talk about today. We're going to take them on several journeys today. Put in there who your hero is, or if you've got a new hero that you want to do, bring it up. Daddy. Ethan, who is your hero that you're going to have?
Oh my hero is Zazum the Wizard.
Zazum the Wizard. Quinn, who is your hero that you're going to be talking about tonight for us?
What's her name? Bella?
No, you had someone else that was in. Parker, what was your hero's name?
Bella.
Parker's hero's name, Bella. Bella is an ice princess. And do you remember who yours was? Oh, I think it was Niru or something like that, right?
No, I didn't just make up the name.
Didn't get the name. All right, so who is everyone here? We got Bella. We got two Bellas over here. We got Kara. Everyone can have your own. Everyone can have whatever name they want. So we got Kara. We got Leah. All right, so we got our heroes. So think a little bit about your hero. So remind everyone, Ethan, last time a little bit about your hero. What's a little bit about your wizard hero, Zazum?
So Zazu is part of a fantastical world where wizards live forever, but they have to fight dragons, and they have like magical creatures as like friends. And so Zazu's best pet was a tortoise, a super fast tortoise. I think I named him Shelly.
Shelly, that's right.
Yeah.
Shelly's a girl.
Yeah, maybe it's a girl. We'll find out today.
That's right.
But then the world was called Dracaria, so that
go.
was the update on it.
Oh yeah, she was on the train.
Who's your hero? Okay, so Parker's hero is named Bella, and she lives on a frozen ice place. Who's your hero? You know who you're going to use today?
I'm gonna use Bella.
Bella, we're gonna use, and what's Bella special about Bella? She lives on a train, right?
Yeah, and she has a magic bunny pet that can talk to her.
Perfect.
Which is not realistic fiction.
There we go. So we got a bunch of things here. We got Zarzarank, the Frost Wizard. We got Margot Nutman, Say. We got a bunch of really great heroes.
And my Bella's pet is a snow leopard.
Snow leopard. All right, so we got our heroes here. Now we're gonna do something fun today. So everyone, take out your pen here. Now we've got our hero, and we're gonna be taking them on 4 adventures today. Your hero's gonna go on 4 different adventures. So we're gonna think about what your favorite adventure is. We're gonna brainstorm them today, and then this week you're gonna be writing something out. So we got Meow over here from Corwin. Is that your hero, or is that just you're just telling us meow? Who knows? Either way, it could be good. All right. So here's what we want to start with. We're going to start with the first journey today, and this is a very important one. Ethan said he loves superheroes and Marvels, and oftentimes this is that one. We're going to share something today about a special one of these called Overcoming the Monster. And so what we're going to do right now is show you a little bit about the monster here today. There we go. There is the, oops, I think there we go. I'll let you do it here. This is the monster story. Do you got it, Ethan, or are you going to do it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, so this is the monster story. And so monsters are really important ones. We've got these things like overcoming the monster stories. Can be like in Marvel movies. Pocahontas is an overcoming the monster story. Jack the Beanstalk is a monster. Star Wars, these are all great monster stories. So what we're going to do right now is I want every one of you to think about who is going to be the monster in your story. So this is someone who is just this big bad creature that we're going to have to overcome here in this one, whoever they may be. Quinn, who is your monster that you have for this one? And write them down.
Does it have to be a creature, or can it be like a person?
It could be a person. It could be a creature. It's
the bad guy.
It could be the bad guy. Yeah, whatever. Whoever the monster that you're going to overcome is. Who's yours? Write it down.
Michael is all the person who causes all the mysteries.
Causes all the mischief and the mysteries.
Wait, where do I write it?
Just write it down there, right there. So Parker has a good monster. Tell us who your monster is, Parker.
Ice monster.
Parker has an ice monster.
Her name is Mesa.
Mesa, the ice monster, is who that one is. So that's Mesa, the ice monster. Ethan, who is your monster? M-E-S-A.
So I think my monster is going to be like the king dragon of this world, and I'm going to call him Drago.
Drago. I like it. All right, perfect. Now, so we all have some kind of a monster. We've got Shadow the Shadow. Oh, I like that. That's a good one, Alexis. Shadow the Shadow. Now, every one of our monsters has to have some power. You said, so M-E-S-A. Mesa. Yeah. So our monster has to have some incredible power. They can do something really, really crazy, unusual.
He's really good at causing mischief.
So what is that? How does he do that one? What's this way that he causes mischief? Can he like stop time or
fight?
He makes people fight? So that's a perfect one. So this Max the Mischief Maker, his powers, he can make people fight. Parker, your sort of ice bright giant can do what? Can freeze. Parker says it could freeze anything, right? Yeah. Freezing anything. Daddy, that's a good one.
Is this how you spell people?
Yeah, it's perfect. Ethan, what about your dragon? What's his superpower or her superpower?
I'm gonna say that Drago can like do a hive mind thing where you can control what other dragons in the world are like doing or thinking. Yeah.
You got it. Perfect. Just draw a picture too. If you don't know how to spell something, you can write it down, draw it, whatever it is in that sort of way. So so we got power to freeze time. That's a good one here. Magic over things. Yes, go for it, Quinn.
Or you can just sound it out.
Sound it out. Perfect as well. Whatever you can do is perfect. So so now we know the superpower here. We got some good superpowers to take over the magic of the forest. I like that one. That's a good one. Ooh, I like Alexis's. Can turn into other people's shadows. All really, really good. All right. So now we know who our monster is, and we know what their power is. They always have to have one way that they can be defeated. There's something that sort of people don't realize that you can defeat them. So how could someone defeat this monster? What is the way that you could do it? How could you defeat Max? Quinn, any ideas?
Well, you gotta make if you make him fight, then he loses power.
Got it. You flip it around on that one. Parker, what you said? How could you defeat? We were talking about this earlier. How could you defeat the ice monster?
If you hold up, his heart actually got taken.
Oh, so you take his heart. That's how it is. So you take this. They take the heart. Is how you defeat this one. It's a good one.
No, you don't take the heart.
That's okay. So Ethan.
The heart was taken.
Oh.
And you have to replace.
Oh, you replace his heart. That's how you actually defeat him. So he needs his heart back. Ethan, what about you? How can we your dragon?
So I think that one of the magical creatures has like a special ability to like be invisible to dragons, and so I think that my tortoise that is my pet is actually shielded from dragons. So it's kind of like a shelter from the dragon world.
Perfect. All right, so here's what we got now with our monsters. We got all of our monsters here. So everyone has your monster, and this monster has some kind of incredible, fantastical power, whatever it could be. If it's in the future, maybe they can control minds. We have really sort of maybe just really bad. We've got this idea of shadows. We've got shapeshifters. These powers, but they also have to have a weakness, some kind of a weakness that we just sort of don't quite know about behind it. So if you make Max can make him fight in that way. So that's really some of the secrets of this entire thing. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take your hero on the journey. And this is where this is going to get really fun. All right. So now that you've wind up having your big bad guy, we're going to talk about the stages of the journey. There's 6 stages that we need to take our hero through. So I want you to number your page 1 through 6 right now. Can you put 1 through 6 on your page if you got a piece of paper right now? 1 through 6. And we're going to write out the 6.
Where do you write 1 and 1?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just 1 through 6. Write them on there behind it. And we're going to go through the stages of the journey. Nope, down below. 1 through numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So write 6 things on here. We're going to take us through the journey of how we're going to overcome the monster. So every hero that has a monster story, whether it's the Avengers, that's perfect. Whether it's the Avengers or whether it's going to be, sort of Spider-Man, whoever it is, they all have to overcome it. So the first step is they learn about the monster. So we got to figure out how did your hero discover this monster? So Quinn, how did your Bella learn about Max? Where was it?
She learned about it in school that he was really evil.
Perfect. So in school, that's a really great one. Feel free to share in the chat where your character, write that down. They learned about it in school. Parker, where did your Bella, where did she learn about the ice monster?
The grandma told her.
Grandmother told her. Perfect. Those are great ones right there. Ethan, what about you? Where did your wizard learn about this monster?
It's an ancient civilization where, it's probably in a book somewhere that they read it. And because they're like immortal wizards, they must have heard about it from like a long old book.
Great. So that's the first thing in these stories. We talk about how they learn about them. Then once they learn about them, they have to start training, saying someday they're going to have to get in a battle or to fight. So Quinn, so Bella learned about Max in school. So what does she do to train in case she ever runs into Max the Mischief Maker? What does she do?
That's what they do in PE.
Ah, so for her, PE is how she's training to be able to defeat him. That's great. That's perfect. Parker, what about you? How does your Bella train to fight this the evil ice monster? Any ideas? Well, you're thinking we'll let Ethan. Ethan, what about you? How does your wizard train for this terrible dragon?
I think the wizard has to like work his way up to the big fight, so he's probably fighting like smaller dragons.
Cool. I like it. So smaller dragon, that's how he's training. I like Violet's here. She meets with the Light King and Queen to train. So you might find someone who you're training with is a good one. Going off to a school to train. So if, for example, Harry Potter, he goes off to Hogwarts to train for some of these things, which is super powerful. All right. So now here we are. We now know who our hero, our evil guy is, and the train for battle. Now, how do they meet their evil person? Where does that happen? They call it the monster is revealed. When do they meet this monster? So when does Bella meet Max?
When he tries to rob the train.
Oh, okay, cool. So Max tries to rob her parents' train. Bella lives on a train, and that's what happens there. Parker, when does your Bella run into this ice monster?
I haven't seen what she learned it.
No, she learned it. So it's maybe you said at school?
And on Sunday.
So we think that's great. Ethan, what about you? When does the dragon finally reveal itself to this to Zazum?
I think that the King Dragon, Drago, actually takes over one of the smaller dragon's mind, and they have like a meeting through a smaller dragon.
Cool. Very good. So yeah, they meet through one of these earlier battles that he doesn't think is the big battle, right? So Zanzu doesn't think it's the battle, but it is the big battle happening. What were you going to say, Parker? When did your ice monster meet Bella?
Bella meet the ice.
Big girl voice, please now.
Bella met the ice. Bella discovered the ice monster, and she has like a special class about like learning about like different monsters.
Oh, so a class. So maybe it's like a teacher or something. Could it be?
The teacher was disguising him.
Yes, that's a good one, Parker. I like that. This teacher was disguised all along the way. Okay, perfect.
No,
all right.
Wasn't.
Okay, well that's fine. That's okay.
Everybody was learning about the monster.
All right. So now in every great story, so we've sort of now met the monster. The monsters reveal themselves. Sometimes we don't have the full story. Then there could be another time. But then there's a battle between these ones. So now with Quinn, we've got on the train. They're trying to rob the train. At this point, there has to be some big epic battle between Max and Bella. When is that battle happening? And what happens in that battle? And in this battle, your hero has to be losing. So the battle is where they're having this battle, but it's not going very well. So Bella's now in this battle with Max. What's happening in this battle, and why is she losing?
Well, Max is a grown-up.
Ah, that's a good one.
And she's kind of like she's was thrown out the window, but then a horse caught her.
Oh, got it. Okay, so that's a good one. So she's on the train, they're battling. He's a grown-up, and then he is able to throw her out of the train, and she lands on a horse. All right?
Yeah.
Perfect. That's a great epic battle. What about you, Ethan? What is your epic battle that Zazum is losing?
I think that when they meet, the King Dragon.
I think you might have went mute, Ethan, on us. I don't know. I can't hear you all of a sudden. Still muted.
Out, Daddy.
Oh, well, we lost you. So Zazum, epic battle. You're going to have to sign it for us here. So, ooh, I like it. The horse name, Alexis has an idea for you. The horse's name has to be Stella. Bella's horse, the horse that finds her, Alexis thinks it should be Stella. There we go. That's a good one for us. So we got, can we hear you still? No? Still can't. You might have to jump off and come back on here. We'll make sure to make you moderator. All right. So, all right. So now what we've got here is we've got this, they're losing the battle. So, right. Hold on a second, Parker. Now at this point that what we do, we've got Bella has been thrown out of the horse and she lands on Stella, the horse right here.
No, she's been thrown. She hasn't been thrown out the horse.
Oh, sorry, thrown out the train. She's thrown out the train. Now we got her thrown out the train. There's Ethan's back.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now. Yep.
Okay, cool.
She's thrown out the window. And so Ethan, where is your tell us about your battle between the wizard the wizard's losing now.
So when the king wizard meets when they meet for the first time, he learns the location of the wizard, and so the wizard who's living inside his pet tortoise is cornered by dragons at all sides, so he can't escape. He's that's the first time he's ever been trapped.
Perfect. That's a good one. A trapped scene. So that's a good one here. You're gonna go. Go ahead. Go ahead, take a break. So so we now have a wizard who's trapped inside a tortoise shell surrounded by dragons. We've got a girl who's on a horse outside the window. Where's everyone else got? We've got where's everyone else is now the hero is losing the battle. They're stuck. We've got caught a cold. All right, we got that one, caught a cold here. There's a fight now with Margot gets in a fight with the king and queen that they're hurt. All right, got a bunch of good ones here. Any other places where people are caught or stuck? All right. Now, this is where we go back to it. Remember what we talked about is that your evil creature has some kind of something that only that it could stop them, something that we don't know. We call it the fatal flaw. So for Quinn, that fatal flaw that you talk about is that Max loses when he fights. When you make him fight, we loses at this point. All right. So now we've got this situation here. So how can Bella make Max fight? How can we try something different to make Max fight?
You have to make his henchman do something that he doesn't want.
All right. So we got henchmen. So how is she going to get those henchmen involved? Is she going to trick them?
She's going to trick them, and then he's going to get mad at them, and then they get in a fight.
Perfect. Okay, great. That's a good one. So Ethan, how about you? What is you talked about that this dragon has what is the dragon's fatal flaw? What's the dragon's thing that can be defeated by it?
I think the fact that it thinks it knows everything, its blind spot is actually that it doesn't know everything. And so the magical creatures actually are surrounding the dragons.
Oh, so there's another ring of magical creatures around it.
Yeah.
I like it. It's very creative. That's good. So sometimes that doesn't have that power that they think that power is. All right. So now we have this final battle here where they defeat the monster. So how does Max get defeated eventually? What happens that really defeats him, and how does Bella win?
You can do Ethan first.
Ethan, you get to go first. Quinn's writing. We have too many sentences going on here.
Well, all the magical creatures know that they only have to take down Drago to win, and so they actually surround Drago. And there's like magical creatures, like I mentioned, Lizzie the lizard.
Yep.
Like so they all kind of distract Drago so that the wizard can get out of the tortoiseshell, and then they take down the evil dragon.
Love it. Well done. Yeah. So they focus on Drago, and everyone else like kind of is the distraction behind it, and that's how wins. So that's how Zazum overcomes the monster. Great. I love it. So you got the whole story arc. So what about you? How does Max ultimately get defeated by Bella?
She not ultimately because this is going to be a chapter, a series.
A series. Oh, good. I like your way of thinking.
But they think he's gone because she throws him off a window and he gets really hurt.
Ah, perfect. All right. So throws off a window, gets hurt here. Perfect. All right. So we got our things going on here. So this is called the Overcoming the Monster story. And, what happens here is these powerful things here, this sort of story journey we have behind it. So we've got, I'm going to show you the picture again. You can sort of see this journey and walk us through what it looks like. But this is our Overcoming the Monster story. And we'll post this in the chat here for you. So if you want to see what this looks like to fill this out, I'm going to paste this in here so you can see these slides along the way. This is the chat, and you can fill this out. But you'll see these are the steps and stages your heroes go through. So when you write, if you decide to write an Overcoming the Monster story this week, you just have to follow these 6 steps and tell the story along the way. That one, which is awesome. Ethan, what do you think of your story here? Do you like it? Does it feel better now?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Marvel's my favorite story, so this kind of feels like the kind of thing I'd like to watch.
Oh, you were gonna write the. Well, we're gonna go on the next one here now. Do you want to give away a special thing today? We have a special gift today that's going out. We're gonna give 4 unique gifts today. Quinn, do you want to tell them about these unique gifts, and I'll put up the picture of it, the journal. Can we show them? Tell them it's right here. No, it's right here. You can show it to them. Tell them this one. So we put together a very special gift for 4 people today that we're gonna give away with our trivia. A Plumes secret writing journal. All right, so we got time for one more of our hero's journey. We'll kind of do it in the chat here to sort of pick what you guys want to do. And we got sort of three more ones. We've got the quest, we've got Voyage and Return, and we've got Rags to Riches.
Voyage and Return.
You want Voyage and Return? That's actually the story. Voyage and Return is the Pennymores story.
No,
Not that one. Okay. So just put in the chat. We'll try to take a vote here. So
is there one about Encanto?
there is Encanto is actually the Rags to Riches. So we've got.
Rags to Riches.
All right. So Quinn's going to vote for Rags to Riches. Moana is Voyage and Return. So here's our 3 that we have. Voyage and Return, like Moana. Rags to Riches, which is like Encanto or Harry Potter. And the last one that we have here, put it in the chat, is The Quest. And that's like Onward. No, different one. Onward, like is Onward, Goonies, or The Lord of the Rings. Those are all different quest ones. So which one of those do you guys want to do next? And I'll show you the other ones quickly. Any votes? Quest we've got here. What about you? You want to vote Voyage and Return. Got a couple quest ones. Looks like lots of quests. Everyone wants the quest. So let me show you the last couple ones here. I'm going to show you these ones. These are all in the chat. You can see them later. We'll see what these ones look like. So we're going to show you right now the quest. This is what it will look like here. This is what we're going to talk about. The quest. Here's some examples that come from The Nightmare Before Christmas is an example. That's a good one. Mulan is a quest. Onward and Goonies are all good examples of it. In a quest, Goonies? I know. Not everyone. How many of you guys know Goonies? And if you guys know, most of you probably don't know Goonies, but I know Goonies, and probably your parents know Goonies. So that's what we'll be talking about this one. Good. Alexis knows Goonies. Thankful on that one. All right. So what we're gonna do now is a quest. Now here's what's special about the quest. So the quest is really someplace where you are trying to get some kind of a prize. The quest is all about trying to gather a prize in this case. Okay. So the important thing we're going to start with is I want you to think about what is the most important thing that your hero wants. And it doesn't have to be a physical thing, but it can be something that they want. Maybe they want courage, or for example, in Encanto, what does Mirabelle want more than anything else? She wants a gift. Yep, she wants a gift, and she wants her family to be happy. So you want to figure out what is that one really important thing here. So think about here, what is the biggest thing that your hero really wants, the prize that they're seeking, but it's something that they kind of are going to have to like go out and find on their own. So what is that big prize that they're seeking there? So Ethan, any ideas from you? Corwin, you want a journal? We got 2 more. Don't worry, we have 2 more questions, Corwin. We'll get you a journal. Don't you worry about it. We're going to do it. And also if you want, just so everyone knows here, we have journals that you can we'll have them up on Amazon too, but you can also print one out from the Pennymores website. And I'll put the link here. If you want to go on and check out, we have a brand new Pennymores website that's been put up with a bunch of new stuff on it, pennymores.com. So if you want to see stuff, you can get your parents to print it out or whatever it is, you can find it there as well. All right. So what is the prize that your hero, that Bella wants more than anything else in the world, Quinn, in this story for our quest?
She wants to prove that to everyone that she can do it because everyone doubts her.
Got it. Okay, so her quest is she wants to prove that she can do stuff. So that's perfect. So she has this one. And what is there any kind of like a way that you would think about that to sort of say, is there some kind of thing that she can show everyone else, like something physical that she can get, like maybe like a prize or some kind of like sort of like discover something? Like maybe a special train or a special conductor, something related to trains, maybe.
Discover the secret. The secret railroad. that from a long time ago from her great grandpa and her great great grandpa.
Perfect.
And her great great great
So-
great great grandpa.
So what Quinn did there is the two things. You got to figure out what is that prize. So she wants to prove to herself that she can do something. And there's this hidden thing far away from where she currently is. So this hidden ancient sort of railroad.
Find the hidden railroad.
Find the hidden railroad. So that's what it is. So start with that. That's the prize that you're seeking for in this one. So Ethan, what about you? What's the prize that Zazum really is looking for, the wizard?
Well, remember that all of the beings in this world are like immortal. So I think that the prize would be like kind of like a peace or companionship type thing where he wants to be with his family again, like forever, theoretically.
Perfect. So to be back with his family, I like it. And how or where is that place? Is there a place where that's going to happen? Is there this sort of like place that they want to get to go to have that happen?
It was the place that like many millennia ago, it was destroyed by the dragons, and they like kind of had to disperse and go into hiding. So
got it. Perfect. All right, so that's really important. The quest, you have to figure out the prize and where that prize is kept. And that's really what you're trying to do, is to get to that one. So we've got our prize right there. So we've got these ones. Ethan's got his prize to be with his family forever and in this place that was destroyed. Quinn's going to find the railroad that's been lost forever. Where else do we have anything else? Do we have anything else that's not a villain? I like that one. Kate's got a good one. Shows not a villain. And find the place where they're going. So the quest is about going on a journey with a team in order to find that place and that recovery piece behind it. So that's the first thing here behind it. So you want to figure out kind of your squad or your people. So who are the 2 or 3 people that they're going to need to help them on this journey? Quinn, who are the people that that Bella is going to need to find this secret hidden railroad?
Her pet horse.
Pet horse we got? All right.
Named Stella.
Stella. Thanks to Alexis for that name right there, right?
And her best friend named Mia.
Best friend named Mia. All right, perfect. So that's the squad there. And then is there someone they're going to meet along the way to help them too? So usually you've got someone that you start with and you add someone on there. Is there someone they're going to meet along their journey to get there? Any ideas of who that's going to be? Maybe in like an ancient railroad conductor or something, like a retired railroad conductor.
She finds her grandpa who is lost.
Ah, got it. Perfect. Another one. So that's your squad right there. You've got the squad. You got a pet horse. We've got our best friend Mia, and along the way discovers this long lost person. Ethan, what about you? Who's the squad that Zazum's going to be pulling together for this epic journey?
So Zazum has a twin sister, and so that would be one of the squad PCs. And then I think the 2 magical creatures, his pet, and then Lizzie.
Perfect. And who's he going to meet along the way? Which one is who's going to be the new one he meets along the way?
I think that it'll probably be the lizard that he meets.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to find this lizard along the way. That's perfect. All right. So now we got our sort of quest that we're going on, where we're going, and we got our squad. Now we basically go to do it. So the first thing I want you to write down, this one's different. This one only has 5 steps in it. So I want you to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Write 5. Can you write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this one for me, Quinn? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 5 steps in this hero's journey. And again, all we got to do to tell a great story is we just got to figure out like what the journey is going to look like. We write those stages, and then to write the whole story, you just fill in the details a little bit. So we're going to start with stage 1 here. The stage here is that they receive a mission. All right, so this is how they receive their mission. And oftentimes in quests, those missions come with something like a map or a compass or some way to guide them to where they're going. So maybe I'll start with you, Quinn. How does Bella receive this mission that she needs to go on to find this? What happens in her? Does her family do something, or what happens to tell her she needs to go on this quest?
Well, she finds a secret map, and she finds a secret map, and she finds a secret map, and it looks interesting.
Good.
And she goes.
Okay, perfect.
Or
So
she-
maybe her parents tell her it's not a good idea, and that's another reason why kind of motivation. So she finds a secret map, that's what it is, and tells her friends. Parents say no. So Ethan, what about you? What kind of gets the mission that needs to go find this other place? What happens to your hero?
I think there's like a family heirloom that he found in his adventures. So that heirloom has like a magical power that connects their minds. Also, kind of like the dragon thing earlier. Like the wizards also have that ability, but through the heirloom.
I like it. I like Kate's idea of having a dream vision. That's a really good one too. Having this kind of like dream vision. Riddle from Violet, that's a really good one too. Also feeling of like kind of just being fed up with it. Like Alexis has this tired of being teased. Those are all really good kind of why you have this mission. Something we call it something it's a spark, right? The spark that sort of sends them off on this. So finding something in that way, which is really great. All right. So now we got number 1, how you received your mission. Number 2, we got the first small little obstacle that they defeat. So what is the first obstacle on this journey? Usually it's a stop along the way or something that they need to do to get there. Many times it's someone that they meet this way. So you've got this new person, they meet grandfather. What's the challenge that they have where they maybe find grandpa? And what do they do in their first kind of challenge that they overcome together? You know?
Well, they the trains are broken and they have to fix it, and it's really hard.
Perfect. So that's a good one. So they wind up broken trains. They overcome it. Maybe they discover this grandfather helps them overcome it. And that's their first like kind of challenge they overcome. What about you, Ethan? What's the first obstacle that they overcome together?
I think in order to like find the second heirloom, they have to overcome like maybe it's hidden like a safe. So they have to steal it from someone, like steal it back, basically.
They call that the heist. So there's a heist that has to happen first. They have to steal something back or steal something in that way, which is great. All right. So that's number 2, kind of this first challenge here. And there could be lots more challenges, but that's kind of this big challenge that they do overcome as a team and shows them some success together. Then number 3 comes along. And this is where they realize there's this final big challenge that they are going to have to do. Some big challenge comes their way. So what is the last big challenge that they have to find this secret? Is there some kind of like a challenge that shows to them? Maybe they turn the corner and they find something, they discover something. Like what does this big challenge that gets revealed to them that your team's going to have to overcome, Quinn, about the ancient hidden railroad?
The big challenge is...
Could be like it's guarded by someone, or it could be that it's like sort of underwater now, or some kind of like frozen.
There's somebody who doesn't want the secret train to run.
Got it. Perfect. So you've got kind of now someone who's guarding it in that way. So who is kind of, you put a guard down on that. Any idea of who it would be? Is it kind of a like a rock monster, a mountain monster or something?
Rock giants, I guess.
Rock giants. Perfect. So rock giants are now guarding this ancient place. That's a good one. I like it. So Ethan, what about you? What's the sort of this big challenge that you see now they have to do, that there's kind of a challenge that's revealed to them? What's blocking, preventing, stopping?
So they realize that when they're trying to do the heist, that's actually the bigger the force, like power that's controlling the wizards. They control the wizards through the heirlooms. And so once they get a hold of the heirloom, they actually get back their they free their wizards' families, basically. So they're outside of the control of that. So the heist actually, saves them.
The heist saves them, but then also causes more challenges, right?
Yeah.
All right. So now we've got the last final phase of this one. This is how they win to get the prize. So now we need to know how they wind up getting the prize. So Quinn, you can do a thumbs up here. We'll do some thumbs up. There you go. Quinn did thumbs up too. All right. So how do they defeat the rock giants then, Quinn? What's their secret thing that happens to them?
it's able to be distracted by it gets distracted by baby rocks, which are pebbles.
Pebbles. So they figured perfect. So put the pebble distractions. That's how they wind up doing it. What about you, Ethan? What's the final thing that helps?
I think that having the wizards united for the first time, that's like their cue to like kind of work together to beat this. Should I choose a different enemy? Like, is dragon? Can I use the same?
You listen. Every story is unique, right? So this could be. Remember, we've got. You could have 2 whole books out of this, or 2 whole stories. You've got 2 different journeys you just wrote.
So I'll say like maybe there's evil wizards that are controlling the heirlooms, and so once they free their family from those evil wizards, then they can do like a wizard versus wizard duel, kind of like Harry Potter.
I like it. So, so we got some good ones here. So we got the makes it the Dark King and the Uncle come back. We've got overcoming the fear of standing up. I like it. That's a great one. Make her happier. Also good. So now the last point, number 5 in this one is they get the prize. And usually when they get the prize in these stories, they don't stay there, but they then go home. So talk about what is the actual prize here and what happens when they return home with this prize that they've brought back. So now they've gone out, they found this ancient railroad, and they got grandfather, and they go back to see their parents. What happens when they go home at that point? What's different?
The parents are surprised to see him.
Parents are surprised to see him. So now reunites with grandfather, and
there's prize.
And now the ancient railroad is open again. Now they can now use it again. Is that right? Perfect. So that's great. So that's a perfect quest story, right? That's a perfect kind of ending there. They are able to have this thing. They bring grandfather back. They got the thing. That's the perfect, like, I kind of want to see this movie now, Quinn. I think we got another book here idea. I think we may have to add in the Pennymores here a hidden railroad. I like this. All right. So what about you, Ethan? Tell us what happens now when they do discover this thing. Does he stay? Do they go home? What happens?
So now that the family is reunited, they decide to go back home and they start to rebuild where they grew up like many years ago. And so it's kind of like they're reunited and they get to be happy and live happily ever after.
I love it. Epic quest stories here, people. We've got some good ones here. Hang on. So those are the quest stories. So let me show you one more time. We've got 2 more journals to give away. So we're going to show the picture here, and then we'll do it, and then we'll sort of, again, this is what the quest story looks like, just so you can see it, that we all just accomplished here. These are the steps and stages. We will also, in this chat here, we'll sort of post here. This is the form to fill out to see the other ones that we didn't get to. So this is Rags to Riches that I'll show you right now. This is the Harry Potter one, or kind of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Cinderella, Aladdin, Mirabelle is Rags to Riches.
It's not Mirabelle.
Sorry, Mirabelle. And then we've got Voyage and Return. This is the Pennymore story. Yeah, we got our Pennymore sisters, Cinderella. Alice in Wonderland is also in that one.
That is
not Cinderella. You're absolutely right. All right. So here is the big challenge for all of you this week is now that we have our stories, you want to write them up. We want to turn these and actually write these up into some stories. So they don't have to be long, less than 500 words if you want to write it up, but just take it. And really the important thing to know is you're going to take us and your hero on a journey. So
less than 500 words, more than 30 words.
More than 30, less than 500 words, up to you. Post it in there. And we got 4 stories already submitted last week. We're gonna I'll be reading them and sort of sharing feedback. We're gonna post some on Pennymores website if you have them. Ethan, I haven't seen your story yet. I think we need to get this written up here now. We're gonna have to do some writing this week.
You're right. Yeah, I might need more than 500 words though.
I know you might need more than 500 words. Well, we'll see. So, all right. So now we did our 2 epic stories. So we crushed that one. Congratulations, everyone, on a fun, epic night tonight. That was awesome. Hold on. You can just a second here. So Ethan, what do we want to wrap up here? Do we want to announce what we got the next session coming up here that you can register for? Do we want to put that in the chat for everyone? The link to put that in there.
Yeah, let me.
Let's get that one in here. What's that? Yeah, get this in here. Okay, you got it.
We have another workshop coming up in a couple weeks, and in that one we'll be talking about how to develop a A story, right?
Villains.
A
How to
villain.
develop
Oh,
really good bad guys.
yeah, that'll be fun. I
Yeah,
mean,
that one.
I feel like I already have a pretty developed bad guy with Drago, but maybe I could do a better job.
We're gonna go deeper. And what we're gonna do in this one is we're gonna figure out what journey your villain goes on too. So we're gonna be diving into the backstory of the villain in this one. And do check out if you want to sort of stuff here.
Daddy, yours can be about Dagamon.
I like it. I'll do mine about Dagamore. Check out Pennymores. That's Pennymores.com. It should be Pennymores. Sorry. www.pennymores.com. If you want to see more details, we'll post the recordings for this one as well. And last but not least, certainly, if you want to write up your story this week and get feedback on it, please do share it, post it. We'll all do these things behind it. And we had tons of fun tonight. Ethan, thank you for being the host with the most as always.
Yeah, that was fun.
So glad to see you all, and come again here very soon. All right. We're gonna go say goodbye. Say bye, everybody.